Hello, friends. We are back. I am the Silver Bug, and oh my gosh, it is Friday, January 30th, and it's been about a week since my last video. I thought I better create another one because it's been another crazy day in the world of silver. Oh man. So last week, I made my first video. I made my first post because silver had eclipsed $100 an ounce. It was a monumental day. I thought I've got to do a little show and talk about this. Today, same thing. It's a week later, and we're seeing the same just crazy movements, but it's in the opposite direction. It's been a wild ride. I am the silver bug, and it's not because I'm starting to get silver on my beard here. It's because I love the metal. I'm fascinated with silver. I think its history is fascinating. I like to study it. I like to hold it in my hand. I like to trade it, and I just love silver. So it's been a wild ride the last week, specifically the last 24 hours. Um, we had the largest crash that I've ever seen. Uh, we went into the morning at the open around 118, 119, and we were kind of hovering along just fine until midday. There were some announcements, and silver started to plummet. Um, I think we closed the day at 86.61. That's down from 119, and I saw a high today of about 121, I think, before the SHTF. Okay, if you need to go ahead and take a minute and go ahead and Google that and see what that means, go ahead. So, anyways, I went and did some snooping around online. I came across an article by MarketWatch that said this was the largest decline in silver in the last 46 years. So I certainly believe it. I think the news that prompted this was some news out of Washington that the president had named a new Fed chairman by the name of Kevin Warsh. And that sent the metals plummeting. Seems like he's kind of a pro-dollar type, and maybe that was some adverse news for the metals sector. It was definitely eye-opening for me. So when I got into silver at the beginning of probably 2025, I'd heard as things were going up that it's going to be a wild ride, that silver is very volatile, and I hadn't seen anything like this. It was all gains. So when I looked at the charts today after I came back out from the field, I couldn't believe what I saw, and panic had set in for a moment. Then I sat back and realized, I'm the silver bug. This is going to be just fine. Considering where I got in, no big deal. This is a little blip on the radar, okay? So have faith. I hope nobody today got paper hands and started liquidating their positions or ran down to their local coin shop and started selling all their metal. I hope none of you guys did that. I hope you all had some diamond hands today. The interesting thing about the new Fed chair is that he has a background as a board member on the Fed. He's also has some ties to the Bilderberg Group. So if any of you are familiar with the Bilderberg Group, that's wonderful. If not, maybe take a minute and go do some research. Interesting history there. So anyways, the swings have been just crazy, up and down, volatile stuff here. In the last 10 months, I've seen it go from around 32 to 34 range up to this 120 craziness that we saw today. So it was a little bit gut-wrenching, and I will tell you that my stomach had done a couple of flips. However, I did not panic because I have been dabbling in the world of Bitcoin as well. So I've seen some fantastic swings in both directions. I've learned to kind of stomach those wild swings, and here we are today. So we've settled back down at about $86 an ounce. So after I got home today and saw everything, I thought, oh, a sale, everything's on discount. So I went down to the coin shop and was just looking around and thought, yeah, you know, maybe I'll pick a little something up. And what was interesting is, as I was kind of preparing to leave, a younger set of guys came into the store, and I noticed just how much different they were than the normal crowd that I see in the store. AKA they were younger than me, which these days is most people. They were not the typical gray hair or no hair in there that you see. They were kind of like, I'd say maybe in their 20s. They were dressed rather hip and cool, you know, bright colors, you know, like they were in the crowd, in the scene, everything that I am not. Anyways, you know, so I wanted to check in with you guys and see how everybody's feeling out there today. Did anybody go close to, you know, folding and going all in and selling, or did you just sit back and say, you know what, this is a ride, and I'm just going for this ride? So hopefully you guys are still stacking. We'll check in with you in a couple days and see how everybody's hanging in there. So keep stacking. This is a Silverbug out.